Hello, beautiful people. I want to talk about the gene key that's starting tomorrow, gene key 55. And if you don't know anything about gene keys, that's okay too, because it's just going to bring up the current energy that's in the air and how it can be really affecting you at this time. Now, the gene key starting tomorrow is all about victimization as the shadow, and both the gift and the city are freedom. Now, if this doesn't make any sense, that's okay. How you may be experiencing this at this time. Now, this gene key goes for around about 6 days, and how it can be presenting is really, really uncomfortable at this time. So what it's doing is it really is encouraging us to be here now. It's encouraging us to be in our body. It's encouraging us to see our lives. It's encouraging us to take action. And what this means is why it can be so uncomfortable is because we're moving out of the victim state. And people can have very many interpretations about this word, but I wanted to really just share what it's actually pointing at in this transit. And it is that we are starting to become aware that every single choice has been ours. We are starting to become aware of if our life isn't the way we want it to be, that's because of us. We are starting to become aware if we're not happy about our body, that it's been our choices that have made our body that way. We're starting to become aware of our own limitations. Now, when this happens, as we're transitioning from victim to freedom, it encourages us to really look at ourselves. Because when we are in the victim state, it is often because of everyone or everything else that our life is the way it is. And as we're energetically expanding our awareness, we are starting to come to the realization that everything in our life is our own doing. And this takes and fits alongside of this year of radical responsibility and taking action in order to step into the freedom that is really, really urging us. It's pushing us to this inner freedom and leading us with the inner freedom to the external access of freedom. So right now, you may find yourself totally lost in distraction, unable to sit still, unable to quiet the mind, unable to just be calm and be still. And this is because everything is being brought up for you to see, and it will be over the next week. Everything within your life that you aren't happy about, that you've been distracting yourself away from the awareness of, is going to be presented, and it can be really uncomfortable. And some tips when you're in this, right, is allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel what it feels like to be where you are. Allow yourself to feel what it feels like to take the radical responsibility and the ownership of your own life. Because this is the key between the shadow and the gift of this gene key. Radical responsibility means moving from victimization into freedom, because we realize that when we're the ones who got us here, we're the ones who can get us out. And it's actually quite empowering when we do realize it. So if you're in it, allow yourself to be in it, be really gentle with yourself, and acknowledge, feel, and allow and accept all those parts of you. Because until we really, really acknowledge the truth of where we're at and who we've been and who we are, we can't begin to make those steps out of it. But it's not going to be easy, but it'll be so worth it. I hope this helps.